Participants kindly follow these instructions. Participants should mute their microphones immediately after joining. Don't join late and leave early. Do not interrupt other people or attempt to share screen or any other unwanted practices. Use headphone for better sound. If the sound is not audible or any distraction, send a direct message to head office of MSWM. Avoid unwanted messages to everyone. Don't digress, do not leave the meeting in between. Interact with the guest only at the time scheduled. At the end of the webinar, a link will be sent to you. Separate links for each college. Give your feedback there. Mention your college name in feedback. Thank you.
Our sincere thanks to Mar Rafil Tatil, Archbishop, Shamshabad Diocese, Trustees of Marian Sinam World Mission, distinguished guest of this webinar, former Chief Justice Kurian Joseph, Mr. R.S. Shettian, Chairman of Athena Institute of Health Science, Father James, Curriculum Card, MST, Father Sijo, Mukkantotam, MST, Sister Deepa Peter, Principal of Athena College of Nursing, Sister Janet Siquera, Vice Principal of St. Agnes College, staffs and faculties of Marian Vibes. Mar Rafil Tatil is an Indian Catholic prelate of the Syro-Malabar Church. Bishop Rafil Tatil was born on April 21st, 1956 in Thrissur in Kerala. He has been a bishop since 2010 and the first bishop of the FRT of Shamshabad since 2018. He had his priestly formation at St. Thomas Apostolic Seminary, Vadavatu. After his ordination in December 21st, 1980, he served as Assistant Vicar at Arunanthakara, Vice Chancellor of Curia, Vice Rector of Minor Seminary, Director of Catechism, Chancellor and Eparchial Church, and Syncellus and Proto-Syncellus. Mar Tatil was first appointed as the Assistant Vicar of the Arunanthakara. Justice Joseph from Thanipura, Kaladi, Ernakulam belongs to a Roman Catholic family. He is known to lead a disciplined life. He started as an advocate.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm good evening to one and all. I, Hani, lecturer of Athena College of Nursing, feels privileged to welcome you all on behalf of this organizing committee, Ignite 2023, in collaboration with Marian Sinam World Mission, Athena College of Nursing, Bangalore, St. Agnes PU College, Bangalore, to this international webinar on discovering true self and developing resilience. Prayer becomes a habit, success becomes a lifestyle. So before we could start our webinar, I request our fourth year BSc Nursing students of Athena College of Nursing to involve us in a prayer song. With the presence of God. So today's webinar and experiences to share with us. I am sure that this webinar will truly enthuse us with a diverse spirit and will have an immense success. This webinar has been part of our institution since from 2 years and it has given a wonderful, spectacular results. So before beginning, I would like to thank all the dignitaries for joining this year. So we are very grateful that you have given us your precious time for this international webinar. Thank you one and all for participating. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. So let us start our today's webinar. So ladies and gentlemen, may I now request Father Sijo Mukantotam MST to introduce about the theme Ignite 2023, the spark that lies within you.
Good evening, one and all. Your Excellency Ma Rafael Tatil, Honorable former Chief Justice of India, Mr. Kurian Joseph, respected and admired actress Mia George, Chairman and Trustees of Marian Sainim World Mission, Mr. Amal the Coordinator, dear sisters, lecturers, and dear students. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Marian Sainim World Mission. It had its humble beginning as a prayer group in 1999 in Kerala by the initiative of Mr. Siju Paulos, a zealous lay missionary. As the members of the prayer group grew in number, a 6-member cell group was formed to the intercession for the church. Later, they ventured into charity activities like helping the poor patients to meet their medical expenses and constructing houses for the homeless. Under the patronage and blessings of His Excellency Ma Rafael Tatil, the Marian Sainim World Mission was registered as a charity organization. It had a gradual growth as it entered Europe in 2010. Providence led the members of the Marian Sainim in Europe to pray for the revival of the church. God led the Marian Sainim World Mission to grow out always, keeping in mind the words, "My grace is sufficient for you." It continues its mission in Africa, Asia, Europe, and other parts of the world to proclaim Christ. Marian Wives is an initiative of this organization to defend the church in the digital world. Many online spiritual and enlightenment programs were conducted during the COVID times. Every Sunday, a group of nursing students gathered in the online platform to pray together. This webinar is yet another venture of this pious organization. As a member of the coordination team, I wish all of you a very fruitful time. May I remain. Thank you.
Small cheer and great welcome makes a merry fest. So now I would like to request our beloved chairman, Dr. R.S. Shettiar, Athena Institute of Health Science, to welcome our beloved dignitaries.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to welcome everyone to Ignite 2023. At the very outset, I invite the Lord Almighty into our midst. Let His homely presence fill our hearts with all the graces necessary for the success of this program. It is highly prestigious and great honor for me to welcome the stalwarts who have scripted the history with their lives. His Excellency, Right Reverend Dr. Rafael Tatil, the guide of Marian Sainim World Mission. His attributes are numerous as he is a multifaceted personality with special love for the youth. It's our joy to extend a very hearty welcome to you, Bishop. The former judge of the Supreme Court of India, His Honor Justice Kurian Joseph, is a well-known international and international figure. He started as an advocate in Kerala High Court and fondly remembered as a chief guest of Himachal Pradesh, Chief Justice of Himachal Pradesh High Court. He is a role model to all of us, a true Christian with committed values. I extend a very hearty welcome to you, sir. Mrs. Mia George, the chairman. Mrs. Mia George, the charming actress who has made a special place in the mind of Malayalis with her elegance. She always appears with a pleasant smile on her face and with a presence of positivity in her attitudes. Hearty welcome to you, madam.
Thank you.
I'm also happy to welcome the organizing committee members, Mr. Siju Paulos, Chairman of Marian Sainyam World Mission, Reverend Father Sijo Mukototam, MST, the Youth Coordinator, Marian Youth Ministry, who are also with us. Heartiest welcome to Reverend Sister Deepa Peter, the Principal of Athena Institute of Health Sciences, Mangalore, Reverend Sister Janet Siquera, the Vice Principal of St. Agnes College, Mangalore, Mr. Amol Tom, the Media Coordinator, Marian Vibes. A very cheerful welcome to each one of you. May God Almighty bless you all for their trust for souls. A hearty welcome to each one of you. Last but not the least, I'm really impressed by the energetic, talented, and gifted youth gathered in this virtual platform. It's a sign of God that He still loves you. My cordial greetings and warm welcome to each one of you. Once again, I welcome each one of you for this webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your warm welcome, and you are welcome too. The greatest glory is living lives not in never falling, but in rising again every time we fall. The way to get started is the way stop talking and begin doing. So I may now request Mia George to take over this time for our inaugural speech.
Hello, everyone. So good evening, everyone. First of all, thank you so much for this opportunity to become a part of Ignite 2K23. This is a great opportunity, really, knowing I can't be physically present there, but with Tatil Pidava and our Justice Kurian Joseph sir, it's my privilege to be sharing this space with you and the students and the college lectures and all. So I'm really, really happy to be a part of this webinar. I know there are many good things are going to happen in this webinar because very talented, very elegant people are there in this webinar to give a talk and all. So I'm leaving that job for those people. Anyway, first of all, I'm thanking everyone. I heard this is a great group, students all gathering, and they're doing good things, praying and all social activities and all. It's great to hear about all that. So the job given to me is the inaugural function. So here I am. I'm happily inaugurating this Ignite 2K23. Have a great one. I hope everyone has a great time and great thoughts are coming up. Yeah. Thank you so much for the opportunity once again. Have a great time, everyone.
Thank you, Mia, for your wonderful words. So thank you for your amazing, encouraging our dear students also. So now let's move on. So life is not about when you're busy making other plans. I request His Excellence Raf Tatil, Archbishop of Shamshabad, to deliver us the presidential speech.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hope that I am audible to you.
Bishop.
My dear friends, I am excited by the initiative of our youngsters, Mariam Sainium, to make use of the online for a most profitable, a most positive initiative. Very often online is lot of misuse, but these youngsters are making use of the online for a constructive purpose, for a building up purpose. And I thank you very much. Only one thing I would like to tell you is not a brainstorming of my knowledge, rather my own experience. I was from an ordinary family from Trichur, and St. Thomas College was my alma mater, and I started my studies. One of the natural gifts given to me by God was the art of public speaking. I was very good in public speaking. I used to get a lot of prize from Estambre competition for declamation and things like that. But very often, I was not comfortable with what I had. I was very sorry that I could not sing well. Very often music bands perform. I have the feeling that God has not blessed me. And when I had gone to the seminary for priestly formation, unfortunately, I tried my best to get selected for the choir, but I was not selected. But every competition of the seminary for extempore speech, declamation, I used to get praise. But my concern was that I should sing and I should become a big musician. As a priest, I should be invited for solemn high mass, sung mass, and things like that. After my ordination, I tried my best. Very often, I had the total collapse when the choir master gives me the beats to sing. I always make false beats. I could never start right beat. And once I had this trouble and prick of conscience, disturbance in my conscience. Somebody was telling me that you are gifted speaker. Why should you bother for music? You should excel in speech. And I could not accept it. I wanted to become a big musician. And what happened? I was very much disturbed. I was trying very much to get attuned to the music, but I totally failure, totally collapsed. But once I had a bodhodaya like Buddha. Somebody told me that you speak very good and your speeches are very rhythmic. You know the pitches. You start with low pitch, you go up, and you bring the conclusion in a most noble way. And your speeches are very much musical. That was a new knowledge for me. My speeches are musical. My sermons has a musical pitch variation. And that was a new opening for me. Then I started to speak good. I started speaking very good. I prepare the speeches well. I read books, take notes, and make good speeches. And I became, in a very short time, noted speaker in Trichur. And wherever there's somebody dies, I usually invited for funeral oration. And I was best noted for that. But still then I had the prick of conscience that I was not singing. I know I was not gifted the talent of singing. But later, I have accepted that I should not be worried about music. I should be more industrious, more hardworking with my homilities. And what happened? Now, I am not a musician, but I can sing well. I can understand the musical notes. Formerly, I could not do that. What I would like to tell you and share with you, my dear youngsters, we have different talents. One may be talented with IQ, good maybe studies. One may be with linguistics. Another may be with mathematics. Another may be with music. Another may be with art. Another may be with speeches and declamation, extemporary speeches. You shall not be worried about what is not given to you. You shall be hardworking with what you have given. And I would like to conclude my intervention with a passage from Holy Bible. In Holy Bible, Matthew chapter 25, verse 14 to 30, the story of the talents. The house lord divided the talents and given to the servants, stewards. One received 5, the other one received 2, the other one received only 1. And the master, after his business tour, came back, called the servants. The first one said, you have given me 5, I have put hard work over it, and I have multiplied into 10. He said, great, you deserve congratulations, I reward you. The second one came and said, you have given me 2, and I put hard work and multiplied into 4. The master said, great, you deserve congratulations. And the last one said, I did not get 5 nor 2, I get only 1. And what use it has got? I was comparing with the other. And I take a towel, put this coin, this coin, and never put any hard work, because I was upset because they received 5, the other received 2, I received only 1. And the master punished him. My dear friends, whatever is given is great. Whatever given is great. You may sing, but you may not become Yeshudas. You may be good for acting, but you would not be Prime Minister or Satyan. You may be a dancer, but you may not be the best in dancing. Whatever given to you is a gift from God. Put your own effort and hard work. Multiply it. Multiply it. And I tell you that if I would have insisted to get musical talents, I would not have become a talented homilist, a talented speaker. So this is my message for you. God has given each one some talents. And maybe in 5, maybe in 2, or maybe in 1. Whatever may be given, try to put hard work and try to put a multiply. Without hard work, no progress will happen. Even a musical talent. And I would like to tell you, I have often read the interview of about Yeshudas. He was a very strict man. He's totally vegetarian. He lives like a yogi. And he had no bad habits. And that is one of the reasons, even at the age, so elderly age, he keeps his music, his sound so perfect. So whatever given by God is great, and try to multiply by your hard work. God will bless you. Thank you very much.
And
Thank you, His Excellence Rafil Tatil. Your words are really encouraging for our students. I think this message, what you have given, is like we were waiting for, like how to motivate ourselves to like get connected. Thank you so much for your wonderful words. It's not just about the ideas, but it's about making ideas happen to do it. Now it's time for our interaction section. So one student from each college will be interacting. So students, the platform is open. Now it's your time. So one by one student can, like if you have any questions, you can raise the questions and then immediately unmute, mute yourself.
Hello, Father. Good evening. I'm from Athena College. Father, my question is, what are the innovative ways to increase the faith and spirituality in present youth?
I would like to tell you that the innovation is not from outside. Innovation is inside. God has gifted you different talents. Sometimes we look outside. Sometimes to look some models, all right, I don't think. I don't discourage it. Very often, what is more important is looking to inside. Find out the treasure in you. You are a treasure box. God has given you a lot of treasures. Sometimes we wander around comparing with other people. Sometimes even the color of our skin. I am brown. And there is one lady, when I was in the United States, came and asked me that, I love your brown color. She was so white. And she telling me that she likes my brown color. While I had sometimes the feeling that, no, God can make me more white. So what I would like to tell you, in you there is a beauty. You are a miracle of God's beauty. God has given you sufficient. Don't make comparisons with other people and get frustrated. This is my answer.
Thank you, Father.
Thank you.
Any more questions, students, you can ask. So Father is waiting. You can ask the questions and you can interact with him. Actually, we have a good speaker among us. You can utilize this time as much as you want.
Good evening, Father. I'm
Yes.
Madeline from Athena College of Nursing. So, Father, how to show the youth, like what exactly is Christianity and how to live as a fellow Christian?
What I would like to tell you, very often we make conclusions by comparisons. I would like to quote the example of Mother Teresa. She was in an Anglo-Indian community and she was uncomfortable. She was very much uncomfortable, especially going to the slums of Calcutta. She was restless. She jumped over the walls. There's a beautiful expression made by her when she was interviewed by Malcolm McBridge. She said, I had the courage to jump over the walls to the slums of Calcutta. I tell you, this jumping over the walls, that is our risk. We have our own vocation. We have our own talents. If everybody trying to become Mother Teresa, we miss a Tagore, we miss a Gandhi, we miss a Nehru, we become another scientist like Albert Einstein. So everybody is gifted by God by your own way. You are talented. You're very much talented. Maybe in music, maybe in dancing, maybe in the sports. And I was very much interested in football. And I used to play football rather good. But I tell you that my vocation was not in football. My vocation was in priesthood. When I decided to join the seminary, many told you that you are very good in sports, you are very good in football. I said, all right, but no, my vocation, my inner call is for a different thing. And I tell you that I am so happy being a priest. I am so much satisfied being a bishop. If I would have been a footballer, I would not have been this much happy. So find out your vocation. God has given you enough talents, enough resources. You have to find out what is the best for you, and resources are multiplied, talents are multiplied, not by miracles, but by hard work. I usually tell that I take hours to prepare a homily, a speech. It takes a lot of hours. Don't think that I come spur of the moment and speak a homily. No, it takes a lot of time. It needs a lot of hard work. So without hard work, you cannot make any progress. You have your talents. Please find out your talents, put hard work, and better it. Thank you.
Thank you, Father.
Kuren Joseph to take over this time and encourage our students with your matchless experience. Thank you, Father. Thank you so much. So I call upon our Honorable Justice Kuren Joseph to take over this time and encourage our students with your motivational experience.
Thank you. Just connecting to the system. Yes. After listening to our dear Tatil Padav, and I'm sure you're all not only motivated, inspired also. And thank you, Shetty, my dear good friend, who is a great model for Christian leadership, true Christian leadership, genuine Christian. I can say I can vouchsafe for his commitment. So you people are all happy to have a great leader like him there. These are all great motivators. I was just thinking about my own seminary days. In the initial days of my seminary, I was everywhere. I was the secretary, I was the corrector, I was here, there, except in the choir. So whenever I look at the choir team in the chapel, I felt, why am I not there? So, so I joined to learn this violin and tabla and harmonium all together at that time in Kalabhavan, Kochi. That was close to a seminary. I did not reach anywhere because my taste, my what you call the possibility, or what you call, I am anointed for something else. I could realize that it was not God's will, but it took time to accept that. But even now, I have not left that passion. Whenever I go to church, I sing loud. Whether it is melodious or not is a different issue. But I cannot resist singing as loud as I can. But of course, without creating any problem to others, but I sing loud, I pray loud. So this is something which I have experienced in my life. By praying loud and singing loud, you are actually participating in the praise and worship of the angels and the living angels in the in that community. If you don't open your mouth and if you don't express your real genuine love while participating in the liturgy, one thing, you get distracted. Second thing, you become a mute spectator. If you are a mute spectator, how can God speak to you? It's a conversation. If only you speak, He will speak to you. How do you speak? This is one way of speaking. Join the prayers loudly. Sing the songs loudly. And be in the group, actively involved in making that group lively and vibrant in the church or in the places of worship wherever you are. Then that is one expression of how you should be in a position to be in that great group. So that will help you one way to feel good that you have given went to the or you are expressed your faith and feel proud about it in being in front of the church, in praying loudly and singing loudly. Why should you be shy about it? Because it's our God, you know. Suppose a VVIP comes, will you be in the back of the church or in the front of the church? Back of the auditorium, in the front of the auditorium. You will take the first class ticket if you want to meet somebody, because you want to be that close to to have a closest view as possible. Is Jesus Christ. It is the greatest sacrament of sacraments that is being administered there. So why should I not be close to church? So I used to tell people, the closer you are to the altar, the closer you are to God. And the closer you are to God, the closer you are to success in your spiritual life in your material life. So what do you want to do to become successful in life? Very simple. Become close to God. How do you become close to God? Only through church, close to church. Be involved in the church. Be involved in your spiritual activities. Be happy about it and be proud about it. Don't do it as a duty. Do it out of love, out of a passion. So develop a passion to be a living Christian. This is Ignite. This is Ignite. Then you will shine. Why are you not shining, or why are we not shining? Because we don't have that fire in us. Only if the fire burns, it will shine. A fire that burns, then only the light will come, shine. So we get ignited when this fire is put to fire, and the flame comes out. The flame, as Bishop Raphael Tattel rightly put, is the spirit that is planted in each one of us. We have to kindle that flame. Like, if you want to drink a tea, sweet, see, you can get a cup of tea, put sugar in it. And if you don't stir it, the tea won't be sweet. Only when you reach the last moment, you will find only sweetness. But if you stir it, the tea becomes normally sweet, or it gets the normal sweetness. This is our spiritual life. Keep stirring, keep igniting, keep burning. Then there will be light. So if you want to shine, there's a saying, I'm sure you might have heard, if you want to shine like a sun, you will have to burn like the sun. Because the sun shines only when it burns. So this burning inside in each one of us makes us shine outside in the world. You become successful in life. You become the best acceptable person in life. You become successful in your competitions. You become successful in your business. You become successful in all your activities. How? When you burn inside. And this burning inside makes you shine outside quite well. And for that, whichever religion you believe, I'm asking, there must be there's a first principle for any Christian to say that, there must be a pursuit of truth. You should have that openness to pursue the truth, ultimate truth. But I'm sure the students who listen to me may belong to many religions. Doesn't matter. It's not an issue. But all religions tell you, teach you, inspire you to be God-fearing. So what is this God-fearing situation? It is not refraining from doing bad for fear of a punishment. It's actually refraining from doing bad out of love for God and doing good out of passion out of the passion that has been kindled by love of God. This passionate love of God, that makes you active, alive, ignited, shining, and doing good only. That's how in life we go. And look at this candle. You take a candle. Simple things I'm just telling you. Candle burns and you get light. And what happens? The wax melts. So unless the wax melts, the candle cannot burn. This is a lesson to each one of us. If we want to be ignited, there must be a melting process. What is that melting? Melting us, burning us. When we get burnt, the light in us comes out. That's, if you have ever attended the English Mass, the wine press of suffering, there's at the offertory, there's a song. If you are pressed in the wine press of suffering, if you are crushed and pressed, yes. That's a different theme. I'm saying just to make you understand. If you want to shine, there is no shortcut to shining except the burning. If you want to shine like sun, be prepared to burn like sun. And this burning in the spiritual sense, I'm saying this is igniting the spirit within us, stirring the spirit within us, so that we will be in a position to give expression to our faith. And we will refrain from doing bad things, not out of fear of punishment, please remember, but out of love for God, because you don't want to offend your God, who loves you, who takes care of you, who is your best friend, who is ever watchful of you, who is protecting you, guiding you, guarding you, leading you, who always wants your success only. Our God does not want anybody to fail in life. He wants every one of us to become successful. Because is there any father or a mother who does not want his or her child to fail in life? No, every father or mother always want the children to become successful, rather meritorious, not simple success, meritoriously successful in life. It's our God's own love for each one of us. He loves us so individually. He loves Kurian. He loves Bishop Tatil. He loves Shetian. He loves every one of us, because I am his son. I am his daughter. He is my father, my own father. So he wants us to only succeed in life and never ever fail in life. No, so how do I fail? Why do I fail in life? Why do I fail in life? Do you fail in life? When your attempts, when you fail in examinations. Well, why do you fail in examinations? Do you blame God when you fail in an examination? I just want to ask an open question. Do you blame God when you fail in an examination? You will say, I burned this many candles, I said this many novenas, I said this many rosaries, I did so many things. But God will ask you one question. These are all good. But did you actually burn the midnight candle in the English place? Did you actually study? Do you want the miracle to happen? That miracle is I have given you the strength, the light, the wisdom, that you should work, learn, grasp, and then put the same into the answer sheet. So I don't want you to become a lazy man, giving you everything you want. I'm not a miracle, wonder worker in the sense, like Alibaba's. Open it, say that, you get it. No. God really gives you opportunity, makes you strong to utilize the opportunity. Every difficulty is an opportunity, we have heard. He makes us strong. This is like doing exercise, People who have suffered some sort of weakness, etc., you're all quite familiar to this expression. Why do they make exercise? They are lazy. It's not at all comfortable to them. I know somebody in my family who is diabetic. Doctor advice is my own wife. So I can tell it very confidently. Doctor advised to walk a minimum 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Do some exercises. One day she asked a doctor whom she had some freedom to ask, is there any tablet in the place of this? Is there any tablet in the place of this exercise or walking? So she wants only shortcuts. No, she can't because exercise is a difficult thing. Walking is a different thing. Why do I do? Why don't I sleep, take a tablet and sleep and become strong? God cannot. And God will not, because He loves you. Only because He loves me, He doesn't want me to become lazy and waste my muscles. He wants me to work out my muscles and become strong. Spiritually, my dear sisters and brothers, this is very important. Exercise spiritually and become internally strong. This is how we call it spiritual exercises. All our prayers, the chanting of psalms, the the prayers in the morning, at noon, in the evening, the rosary, the Holy Eucharist, we participate. Everything. All these prayers are spiritual exercises to make us spiritually strong and be filled with wisdom, so that no evil would enter us. The moment you are strong, no disease can attack you. The moment you are spiritually strong, no evil can touch you. And unless you are internally and unless you are spiritually strong, you cannot be successful in life. Because when you are clean and when you are straight, when you are holy, yes, God works. He cannot work when you are unholy, when you are lazy, when you are lethargic, when you are negligent, when you are careless, because these are not His attributes. He has given you, not that He doesn't give you up. He still cares for you, no doubt about it. I have a good friend, Thomas Paul. He says, we are all children in the hands of God. So even if we fall, he shows this example. The pen falls only into the hand. So hand is God. I am the pen. Even if I fall also, I fall in His hands only. So God takes care of us, no doubt about it. He doesn't leave us. He doesn't leave us once for all. No, He takes care of us. But He wants us to be His true children by being active, lively, and becoming and getting stronger and stronger by exercises spiritually, so that internally you become wise, wisdom. You are filled with wisdom, and externally you become strong to withstand the evils in life, and you become get a conviction to fight the wrong and do the good, do the right. This is very important, because as Bishop Tatil said, see, you can't be anybody as you wish, but you can be somebody as God plans. You might have heard this, God proposes, man disposes. He has proposed Kurian to be a speaker, Bishop Tatil to be a orator. He doesn't want him to be a pianist, me to be a violinist. God has sent and deposited those talents in both of us. I also claim, in my own humble way, that I also speak. My speech is always extrovert. Shettian knows it. We used to meet many occasions through IMCA platforms. As the occasion comes, God gives us the light. Holy Spirit enlightens me to speak to that particular audience the way it wants, that audience wants. That is the greatest gift of God. I always take pride. But I cannot write. People ask me, why don't you write? I write an article. I never ever written a single article in my life, which you have seen published. All those are my speeches. Somebody writes it as articles. I correct it and of course, do it. But if you ask me to sit down and write an article, I do not know. But Bishop Tatil is a great exception. He can speak, he can write, and he said he sings also. Yes, because mine is, I have realized I am not able to write. If I write, I miss many things, because the process, thought comes it goes in different. So, my dear children, I just wanted to say, there's a beautiful saying, blossom wherever you are. And how do you blossom? How do you blossom? Yes, blossoming. You have seen lotus. Where are its roots? Its roots are in the mud only, right? But still, its flowers are the best we have seen. So, despite all that, there is nobody who is listening to me who does not pass through difficulties, poverty, illnesses, deficiencies, ill health, successive failures. All these are there. But there is one God who still wants you to become successful, who is waiting for you to be shining. The moment he sees you are burning, he'll make you shine. So blossom wherever you are. And I'll end up by saying two more things. How do you blossom? This is a beautiful saying. We always say, blossom wherever you are. But how do I blossom? This blossoming is very, very simple. Ask a question, why am I on earth? There's a beautiful book also. Why am I on earth? Why am I in this college? Why am I becoming a nurse? Of course, employment, no doubt about it. But does it become a passion in your life? What are you going to do by becoming a nurse? There are eternal possibilities, if I can use that word in quotation. Limitless, endless possibilities for a nurse to touch the life of a person. You can touch, you can mold, you can create meaning in somebody's life. So first of all, you must find meaning in your life. Yes, God has given me this opportunity to be a nurse, to nurse the lives of others. How do I nurse the life of others? By touching their lives. How do I touch their lives? Not simply by touching the body. Even that touch has a difference. Is somebody coming and putting a stitch pin is different from somebody coming and saying hello and then putting it so nicely, so softly, and just don't worry, I'm praying for you. God takes care of you. Don't worry, you will be all right. This medicine itself is God's own creation only. We are all in the hands of God. I'm just simply saying small things. I see many people saying a small prayer silently or even loudly before administering any procedure and asking the patient to do something. So you can do it. If the patient does not do it, listen to it. You can do it internally. My God, I am in your hands, and it is your hands which is going to work in this patient. So touch this patient through my touch. And let the patient realize that he touches you, not me. Yes. So find meaning in your life. Make it a passion to touch the lives of others by creating meaning in the lives of those persons. Because any patient is in a hospital, and when he is in a hospital, finds that, it's lost. Everything is lost. There's no meaning in life. I don't know what's the purpose. Sickness, long medicine, this, that. Those people have reached that stage when they come to you. So what do? It's all lost. Doesn't matter. Okay, yeah. Bad medicine. One day you will go. You go. Yeah. Is that the way you tell him? No. You tell him, my dear uncle, my dear auntie, don't worry. God has brought you here. And God has made me to speak to you, to tell you that God loves you. And He wants you to be cured. He wants to be shining. He wants to be ignited. I will ignite you. God has sent this medicine, created this medicine, and sent me humble, feeble hands in the hands of God to tell you and to administer this medicine so that you will become all right. You will be all right. You will be all right. God has asked me to tell you that you'll be all right. So this is not simply creating, giving him hope, giving an assurance that this medicine is going to work and you are going to be cured once for all. You will come out. You'll be more energetic and you will be healthier. Yes. If you give them these positive notes to every patient by simply touching and telling and showing a happy face. This is another thing. Somebody, the nurse comes, no. A nurse coming to a patient with a happy, smart, smiling, energetic, that itself is a very positive vibe. Energy, we call it positive vibes. Energy. So energy can pass only through energetic persons. That's simple science. And energy is there, is not created. Energy is only used. Please use it. So all these are simple tips I'm telling you, my dear sisters. I'm sure majority of sisters listening to me, some brothers also. It's a great opportunity to get ignited, to blossom by finding meaning in your own life and by creating meaning in others' lives. You'll be able to find meaning in your life, take it from me, only when you create meaning in the lives of others. You will never find meaning in your life by your possessions, your positions, but you will find meaning in others. When you create meaning in others' lives by your position as a nurse, by your position as a lawyer, by your position as a bishop, by your position as a priest, by your position as an administrator, by your position as a leader, use it. By positions and possessions, if you create meaning in the lives of others, is there when you find a true meaning in your life. You will get an answer, why am I on earth? Yes, I am on earth because God has sent me, God has commissioned me to provide meaning in the lives of others, to ignite fire in others. And unless I am ignited, I cannot ignite others. Right? Thank you. All the best, dear students and teachers. God bless you all. I'm here for some more time. If you want, we can also enter into a bit of interactive session because you listen to me. You listen to whatever I said, but I listen to you and then respond also. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, so much. It was really inspiring. Like the way you gave example was like, actually, I was questioning my own self. Like, yes, even I stand in front of mirror and I check myself whether I'm looking good or no. Even I go to morning walk to maintain my health also. But now I'm really thinking like inside within me whether I'm building. So thank you so much for your motivational message and guiding our students with your own experiences. And also thank you so much with your so much passionately you're doing the work of the Christ. We really appreciate of that, sir. Thank you so much. So students, again, it's time for y'all. You can utilize this time and the platform is open for y'all for the interaction session.
I can tell you, my dear students, majority, I'm sure, are Malayalis. Feel free to ask in Malayalam. But for the sake of others, I will speak in English also. No problem. Feel free. If it is Kannada, Shettian will translate it for me. If it is Telugu, Bishop Tattil will translate. So don't worry, you can use all this. Tamil, there must be some. Tamil, of course, Shettian will definitely do it. And all this. Don't worry, speak in your own language. We will try to interact. Language is not should not be a barrier for expressing what you want to express.
Good evening, sir.
This is Susan from St. Agnes PU College. So, how can we help our friends or like the people around us who are like losing faith in God?
Yes. Why do people lose faith in God? Why? Tell me, Susan. Why do people lose faith in God? Let's have an interactive session on that. You want me to tell you how to help those people who lose faith in God? Why do they lose faith in God?
At times, like when they pray for it and then they don't get their things done or something like that, or they don't get an answer for it or something, they question their faith in God. So, like that, they keep losing faith in God. So, how can we help them?
So who is God? Is God the one who gives whatever you want? Answers whatever you want to have the answers? Is that your concept of God? So that person, if he loses God, oh, I don't want to go to this God who does not answer my prayers, who does not give what I want. Look at a child who goes to fire, near the fire, no? A burning fire. Child does not know that it will burn. But who knows? The father or mother or the guardian or the elders know that if the child touches that flame, beautiful, sparkling flame, it will burn the touching point of the child. Who knows it? Does the child know it? Child does not know it. But who knows it? I know it, you know it, elders know it, father knows it, mother knows it. So suppose the father, mother does not permit you to go to that fire. Can you blame the father, mother, elder for not permitting, for not actually accomplishing the desire of the child? So therefore, you will have to correct the concept of God in your friends, saying that, or showing that. I'm not saying telling, showing that God is the one who understands me, who takes care of my welfare, and he is the master of my soul. He does not want me to lose my soul. He is enviously waiting for my soul to reach him, ultimately, eternity, heaven we call. And he does not want me to enter into any temporal or worldly things whereby I am likely to lose my soul. So he prevents me. He prevents me. Therefore, merely because he does not ask, we have a beautiful saying that, no, Lord, give me what I deserve, not what I desire, because you know what is good for me and what is not good for me. So my desire is the thing that you will be able to discern whether it is good for me. So only if I discern with me, say that prayer, you will be comfortable. You will have a different feeling of God who loves you, who cares you, who is able to talk to you and tell you what is good for you, what is not good for you, what is right for, what is bad for you, and what is actually required for you. He will not give you what is not required. Child wants to eat something, look at some what you call say a shining thing, which we only know is harmful. But child does not know. He wants to grab and put it in. Will you permit if he, let him taste and see? If the child is so mischievous and so persistent, so adamant, let him taste and let him understand. Will we say that? No, we will not, because we love the child. So therefore, please be a good friend to guide that person to what actually is faith and who is actually God. This is what we can do.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Susan. Yes.
Any other students?
I can continue my boring speech.
Students, it's the best time. You can take it. You can ask as much as questions as Kuren sir is available. So please go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Yes,
I'm
Josna.
Josna from Athena College. So my question is, in present world, the youth are behind influencers and celebrities in a way that they forget themselves. In such circumstances, how we can overcome this and find ourselves?
You said youth have lost their present world, Josna. You said youth are.
They they forget themselves.
Oh, yeah. They forget themselves. So why are they forgetting themselves? Because they don't remember the purpose of their life. Right? If you are going to Athena College, will you go to Madras? So you have an aim in life. So if you have an aim in life, you will go only through that path which will lead to that aim. You will not take a different path. Am I right? Right. So people, the youth, particularly they forget themselves. They say, eat, drink and be merry, for tomorrow we die. This is an Epicurean philosophy. One day we will die, so let me enjoy.
One more from your college.
One day I will die, but let me enjoy my life. This is Epicurean philosophy. But in that enjoyment, what do you lose? Enjoyment is not something which God does not permit. Please keep in mind.
Students, it's last call to have an interaction section. So please utilize it.
Yes, God wants us to be happy, enjoying our life, but enjoy with Him, not with others. God does not want us to be, unhappy or crying or surly or, failing, etc. He wants us to be happy. He wants us to enjoy our food. He wants us to enjoy our life, but in the right manner. He wants us to enjoy that. So take him with you. So you forget yourself because you forget the Creator. I asked a question to somebody who was the only child of a father and mother. The child was sent for higher studies. So the father and mother thought, since we have taught the child everything in our life and we have spared everything in our life for the child will only toe our lines and will never ever disregard our advices. The child, when he got into the company of his friends, he forgot the father and mother. The father and mother said, what's happening? And not even a single day was left without you calling us. Now you are calling, you're saying you're always busy, busy, busy. What busy you are? So thus, one day the father and mother went to that place to see how the child is busy. The father and mother found that the child is not in the place where he was expected to be in the studies. So father and mother gave him a correction. Correction was slightly painful. Is that correction out of love or was it a correction out of punishment? Therefore, those who forget themselves will land in trouble, I'm saying. If there is a loving God, that loving God will come after you and make you remember and make you forget your forgetfulness and make you remember that there is a Creator. There is a purpose for which you are created and you are in a family. You are sent for some studies. You are sent for some work. You have a purpose to accomplish. Don't forget yourself. This will be the inner voice speaking to you. So please help your friends to listen to this inner voice and never ever be unmindful of the inner voice. Inner voice is the voice that God speaks. Please ask them to listen to it. Then they will not forget themselves. They will Forgetting themselves means they are forgetting God. They are forgetting the Creator. They are forgetting their family. They are forgetting their elders. They are forgetting their relatives. They are forgetting their gurus. They are forgetting their the spiritual leaders. Why? Because these are all hindrances, according to them, for them to enjoy their life. Never. They are all there to help you to enjoy your life in the proper way. They are never spokes in your enjoyment. So help them to remind them that, please don't forget your roots. You always, please don't forget your roots. നടന്ന വഴികളും ചവിട്ടിയ പടികളും മലയാളം we say. The paths you walked and the steps you climbed for you to reach here, please don't forget. This is something very important in life. Then you will not become forgetful in life.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Kalam always used to say this, no? And third thing he always used to say, look at the place where you are to reach. You have an aim in life. Malayalam Lakshya-bodham. The sense of the aim of your life is that should propel you to go forward. Propulsion. Yes.
Sir, I'm Sania from Athena. At present, the youth is found falling in a lot of traps without their knowledge. What are some measures to be aware and be away from that?
So what is a trap? What do you mean by trap? Without knowing, they fall into a trap. Trap in Malayalam means keni. Keni means, you are, without your knowledge, without your willingness, you are trapped. And then in the trap, you lose yourself. So it's always important to know that there are traps. The moment you know that there is a trap, you will not fall into that trap. So you fall into a trap because you are not aware that there is a trap. So be aware of the traps that you are likely to be led by your wrong friends, by your ill-meaning friends, by your bad friends. There are three concepts: wrong friends, ill-meaning friends, and bad friends. So be aware of them. In Malayalam, we have a saying, "Changadi nannayal kannadi venda." If you have a good friend, you don't require a mirror because that good friend will always take you to right steps. So be aware that there are traps. And if at all unknowingly you fell into a trap, please take courage. Correct yourself. Be bold to come out of that, because that is not the end of it. That's only a bend. That's only a bend, not the end. Even if unknowingly or unwillingly you went into a trap, never think that is the end of everything. No, it's only a bend. Yes, please take a turn and then you will again come to the right path. Be bold. But you should have that courage, that clarity, that spiritual strength, moral strength to realize that I made a mistake in falling to a trap. I need to come back. Then you will become doubly strong. Please think always, be aware. It is not the end. It's only a bend. Bent meant to mend mean. End, bent, meant. So a trap is not an end. It is only a bend to mend. Mend means repair. Bend means turning. So it's meant to shape me. Right. Good. Now, something, this your great leader Shettiam was always asking me, sir, please come sometime to address our students also. So I'm so happy that I could get an opportunity.
Even now, I request you, sir, one day please make it a point. We will call you.
Yeah, I'll keep it in mind. The way
Yeah.
in case I'm traveling that way, I'll only be happy to be with you.
Yeah.
But this is one platform which I could utilize. How does spirituality help you? Let me put a word to that also. Why do we people ask you to become spiritual? Because when you are spiritual, you will know what is right and what is wrong, what is trap and what is not a trap. This discernment, this prudence comes out of clarity that you get through wisdom, which you get from spirituality. That is why I want you, or we want you to become spiritual. Only when you are spiritual, you will get wisdom. When you get wisdom, you will know what is right and what is wrong, what is correct, what is incorrect, what is good, what is bad, what is a trap, and what is a right path. So be true to God, be loyal to God, be close to God, and you will never ever fall into any trap. And even if you fall, God will come with a hand to pick you up. Come on, don't worry, walk with me. You will not fall hereafter. This will be his words. So long as you hold my hands, you will not fall. That is spirituality. And Imam, probably the children are all tired. Being a Saturday, they were looking for their little free time for their things. So probably you could call it a day.
Sandra, no, she's not more. Thank you, sir. We really appreciate that you spent your quality time with us, and thank you so much for speaking with our students, for clarifying their doubts, and helping them, motivating them, guiding them. And really, you're so much inspiration to us and to our students. We really thank you for your quality time. So here we are at the end of the webinar. So I request Karen Lobo to walk the word of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. Respected and Reverend His Excellency Rafal Tattil, Archbishop of Samshabad Diocese. We are truly honored by your gracious presence at this webinar. Your wisdom and insights have enlightened us all. Your guidance and blessings will resonate with us for a long time to come. Thank you for your unwavering support. To the esteemed trustees of Marian Sinium World Mission, your dedication and support have been instrumental in making this webinar a resounding success. Your commitment to our cause is truly commendable, and we are grateful for the opportunity to collaborate with you. Thank you for being our pillars of strength. To our distinguished guests, your participation has added immense value to this webinar. Your thoughtful contributions and engaging discussions have enriched our understanding of the subject matter. Your presence has made this event truly memorable, and we thank you for your time and insights. Sincere thanks to Mr. R.S. Shettian, Chairman and Managing Director, Athena Group of Institutions, for your enormous cooperation in organizing this webinar. To Father James Curriculum Kattu, MST, and Father Sijo Mukundottam, MST, your expertise and insights have been enlightening. Your commitment to spreading knowledge is evident, and we are grateful for the perspectives you've brought to the table. Thank you for your invaluable contributions. To Sister Deepa Peter, Principal of Athena College, your guidance and leadership have been pivotal in shaping the success of this webinar. Your constant support and encouragement have been a driving force for us. We're also thankful for your involvement and insights. To Sister Janet Sequeira, Vice Principal of St. Agnes Pugh College, your encouragement and dedication to the cause have truly motivated us. We extend our heartfelt gratitude for your contributions. To the staff of Marian Vibes, your hard work and dedication behind the scenes have been the backbone of this event. Your efforts have not gone unnoticed, and we are thankful for your commitment in making this webinar a success. In conclusion, our heartfelt gratitude goes out to each individual who attended this webinar and made the event a huge success. Your collective contributions have made this webinar a memorable and insightful experience. Thank you all.
Thank you, Chetyan sir. Thank you, Ms. Hani.
Thank you, respected Justice sir. Thank you very much. The
My
excellent
warm regards
message
to
to
your
all of us.
sisters there. I used to
Yeah,
talk to them.
yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Students, please note, there's a small information for you all. There is a feedback form which will be sent in the classroom group, in a WhatsApp group. So through that, you can send a feedback as soon as once the meeting gets over. I really thank everyone for participating. Thank you, sir, for your so much cooperation. And I would like to thank our chairman, Mr. R.S. Chetyan, sir. Thank you, sir, for your valuable time and also for encouraging us to conduct this webinar. Thank you, one and all.
I have to thank our principal, actually, for organizing this program.
Thank you, sir.
For this webinar, thank you, one and all. Thank you, one and all, for being a part of this webinar, Ignite 2023, Discovering True Self and Developing Resilience. It was really a true time where we could develop ourselves and also see our own selves in this webinar. So this is Hani signing off for this webinar. Thank you, one and all.
At the Marty. In the group, organizers. And I think. That's just a special day.
Our sincere thanks to Ma Rafil Tatil, Archbishop, Shamshabad Diocese, Trustees of Marian Sinam World Mission, distinguished guest of this webinar, former Chief Justice Kurian Joseph, Mr. R.S. Shettian, Chairman of Athena Institute of Health Science, Father James, Curriculum Card, MST, Father Sijo, Mukkantotam, MST, Sister Deepa Peter, Principal of Athena College of Nursing, Sister Janet Siquera, Vice Principal of St. Agnes College, staffs and faculties of Marian Vibes. Ma Rafil Tatil is an Indian Catholic prelate of the Syro-Malabar Church. Bishop Rafil Tatil was born on April 21st, 1956 in Thrissur in Kerala. He has been a bishop since 2010 and the first bishop of the FRK of Shamshabad since 2018. He had his priestly formation at St. Thomas Apostolic Seminary, Vadavathur. After his ordination in December 21st, 1980, he served as Assistant Vicar at Arunanthukara, Vice Chancellor of Curia, Vice Rector of Minor Seminary, Director of Catechism, Chancellor and Eparchial Church, and Cincillus and Proto-Cincillus. Ma Tatil was first appointed as the Assistant Vicar of the Arunanthukara and later as Father Prefect of Minor Seminary. He was then sent to Pontifical Oriental Institute, Rome, for doing his Bachelor of Theology and Doctor of Canon Law. He was the first rector of the Mary Martha Major Seminary, Thrissur. He was appointed Auxiliary Bishop of Thrissur and Titular Bishop of Burini before Justice Joseph from Thanipura, Kaladi, Ernakulam belongs to a Roman Catholic family. He is known to lead a disciplined life. He started as an advocate in the Kerala High Court and 4 years after being designated senior advocate in 1996 joined the bench in 2000. He served twice as acting Chief Justice before joining to the High Court in Himachal Pradesh as Chief Justice. Since retirement, Justice Joseph has been focused on using ADR processes such as mediation, arbitration, and conciliation to support parties to find sustainable, long-lasting solutions. He is routinely appointed by the Supreme Court of India and the various high courts to act as a mediator and arbitrator. Mia is an actress and a model who predominantly works in Malayalam films, along with a few Tamil films. She started her career as an actress by playing supporting roles in television shows. She played her first lead role in 2012 in a Malayalam film. This beautiful actress devoted herself to spirituality, is always a role model for the youth. She started her career by playing supporting roles in the television serials Alfonso Ma and Kunnali Marakan.